the big development that has been reported now on CNN News 18 is that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh and Vinod Tomar, who was the then secretary of Wrestling Federation of India, has been granted interim bail, which means that impending investigation, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh and Vinod Tomar, both of them cannot be arrested. All they have to do is to furnish a bail bond of 25,000 rupees each, which is a big development and a massive setback for the wrestlers, because this was the primary demand of all the protesting wrestlers, that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh should be put behind the bars, and there were other demands which were fulfilled by the government. Now, the Rouse Avenue Court has finally decided that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh would not go behind the bars unless the arrest is made. It remains to be seen once the order copy is out, if at all some other conditions have been imposed on Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, or is it just a bail bond that they have to file. This is something that is very interesting. In fact, interim bail has been granted to both Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh and Vinod Tomar with a bail bond of 25,000 rupees. So yes, this is a big development and a big victory for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who has from day one claimed that there is no evidence that the Delhi police has or any of the wrestlers has against him, and that is what the court has also felt today, as they have gone ahead and granted him bail. Now, if at all any other objections or any other conditions would be placed on Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, that about his travel or regarding the manner in which he could influence the witnesses or furnish proofs or tamper with the proofs, that is something that remains to be seen. That would be detailed in the court order that will come in the next few hours. But yes, at this point in time, this is the biggest development that has come to the fore. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has been granted interim bail impending investigation. Delhi police is still waiting for the facts to come from the foreign countries such as Kyrgyzstan, where the accusations have been made that Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh had molested a few wrestlers. That is something that will come up eventually. But yes, at this point in time, this is being seen as a big victory for the side of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and a massive setback for all the wrestlers who sat on Jantar Mantar for at least a month protesting and demanding arrest of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh.
And we're now learning that in 48 hours, the next hearing is going to take place. Interim bail has been granted to Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh and to Vinod Tomar until Thursday. Thursday, 20th July, 12:30 p.m. is when the next hearing is expected to take place in the Rouse Avenue Court. Stay on with me, Anshul. Ananya will be joining us shortly as well, and with my colleague joining us, getting us more details as far as this entire case goes. Now, the fact that he wasn't arrested over the course of the investigation, or even after the charge sheet was filed, seems to have given him this interim bail, so to say, isn't it? Anvit.
Yeah, Poonam. And see, both Brij Bhushan and Vinod Tomar, they have been named in the charge sheet. The charge sheet that the Delhi police have recently filed in the court. And see, some very important point that police went on to lay in the charge sheet are, one is that the call record data that they had analyzed, they had said that nothing incriminating had been found out of the call record data. They had tried to trace what all the calls were made during the period where allegations were made that during this period Brij Bhushan had probably allegedly molested or harassed these wrestlers. Of that time, of that period particularly, call details were obtained, and their analysis, police has said, that has not revealed anything incriminating, and that has been mentioned in the charge sheet. Other than that, at least 108 witnesses were examined. Their statements were recorded. The detailed statements that have been recorded, only some of them, at least 15 to 20 of them, have corroborated with what the wrestlers had to say. And other than that, not many of the statements that have been recorded of these witnesses had actually corroborated what the wrestlers had actually alleged against the two persons. Other than that, one most important thing that the police went on to say in the charge sheet is that the arrest has been in question since the beginning. The police goes on to say that arrest was not done also because one of the reasons that both of these persons had complied with section 41A of the CRPC of the Criminal Procedure Act, which says that the person who is in question will not threaten any of the witnesses, will not threaten anyone related to the case, they will not hamper any evidences, and they will have to comply with directions of the court, and they will also be present in the court whenever required. So these were the directions, and these were the basis on which police has gone on to mention in the charge sheet that why the arrest was not met. Also, the evidences that have been mentioned, these are the details in the charge sheet, and that is why it is clearly we can see a connection why today the interim bail was applied for and it has been granted now. And like you mentioned, and Anshul also mentioned, that the next hearing will it will be more clear also once the order comes out, that whether some certain impositions will be put on these two men, or they'll be let off just for now with the interim bail.